Hey, what's up, team? This is BBO, and the Blokees Global Partner Summit has just come to an end. And now this area is kind of freed up so I can record content over here. Yo, check out that Harley Quinn. She is gorgeous. My man over here, what's his name? Nightwing? That's supposed to be Robin, right? And there's certain things that I'm not allowed to record, and so I'm just being careful. But look at this. Goodness gracious. Wow. Good golly, Miss Molly. Look at these things, dude. And homie Starscream / Blitzwing over there and Sentinel Prime. That red is super vibrant and cherry. But these sculpts are something else, dude. I love how, like, with every iteration, the Blokees stuff just keeps on getting better and better and better. And here we got some Mega Man. This is some of the stuff that I was able to share with y'all during Toy Fair. But yeah, more of this great stuff. I can't wait to see this line debut. So very cool. And I'm just kind of going down the row right now. And this, I believe, is from Naruto. Again, I'm not familiar with it, but dude, I love all the backdrops that they use and stuff like that. It just feels so alive. Like homie just touched down a la Iron Man and made this giant splash. Going over here, we have Saint Seiya. And by the way, dude, yo, this partner conference was absolutely insane. And I actually got honored as like a special creator and stuff, and they gave me an award and everything. And so, pretty cool. I'll share all of that stuff too. But yeah, these look dope. And I believe this is the latest and greatest from their Saint Seiya line. Moving on. I don't know what this is actually, but it's some Foxtail girl. And yeah, I don't know what all this is, but looks cool. Looks cool, just like all of their stuff. Hey, and we got homegirl over here, Hatsune and Miku. Beautiful, huh? Super duper cool. I have not seen the middle one. I've seen the one on the left and the right, but yeah, this is all new to me. You got the scallions over here with the face swap gimmick and stuff like that. Very, very neat. Oh ho 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 ho! Look at that, Evangelion. Whoa, they got that. What is it called? The entry plug, the seat. And then we got Asuka and Mari from Rebuild, right? They got Asuka's doll. That's so good. So good. And they got Mari's glasses. Yeah, this is really nice. I actually want to get this. I want to pick this up. I got to figure this out. I need to talk to my contact and see what we can do. Hold up for a second. I got to stop the video. Sorry about that. There was a section that I'm not allowed to record, and so I just had to stop. Yo, this is apparently absolute Batman. Crazy wazy like Patrick Swayze. He kind of got like some Spawn vibes in my opinion. And over here we got Flash, and he looks all like cybernetic race car like. Dude, the way the legs open up like that is absolutely nuts, dude. Sick with it. And you can see the skeletal system, the structure over here. Absolutely beautiful. Yo, this might be my favorite. This might be my favorite. Look at that, dude. It looks like it's the MPG Prime because he got the shield, right? He got the shield, and he got the over the shoulder smolder holder, and then we got TF Prime's Optimus. He's beautiful. I love the cherry red on him and the metallics that he has going on. And back there, dude, is that a sneak peek of Megatron? Because you can see the fusion cannon over there. Sick. Super duper sick. And we got Ultraman, and I believe this is where Blokees has made their bread and butter. Super duper cool, dude. Ultraman's pretty popular from the home country Korea, but I never really got into it, even though this was kind of during my era. Yeah, that looks really nice, dude. I love the cross section stuff, dude. Their displays are really, really great. And again, that too, the whole like making an impact, ground shattering and stuff. I wish they sold stuff like this. Over here, what is this? This is also from Ultraman, but it looks like some type of like 80s robot thing, and I guess that makes sense because that's when Ultraman was kind of introduced, right? Maybe in the 70s, maybe even before that. And that looks just really, really nice. Again, I'm being mindful of the things that I can and cannot record, and so there are certain points where I may need to kind of stop this. And we have this is from Kamen Rider over here. Look at that. That looks super dope. Almost looks like I know that's the belt thing from the back, but it almost looks like Matrix of Leadership in belt buckle form. We have Evangelion over here. Very, very nice with the Lance of Longinus. Dude, I guess this is the TV version because it looks different than the rebuild version that I have. And that's just gorgeous. Really, really digging that. What else we got? Sorry, there was another section that I couldn't record. And here we have Powerpuff Girls. And so this particular line is, I don't know what you call these things, but you know, they're little accessories that you can hang on your bag, you can hang on your phone. And so they're breaking into like another market, you know? Anything that Blokees does, they touch is gold straight up. And over here we have some Sanrio stuff. And what's homegirl's name? Evil Hello Kitty Kuromi? I think that's her name, right? And I guess this is more of the, similar to what we were just looking at with the Powerpuff Girls, things that you can kind of add to your, or maybe not. Huh. Maybe just that thing over there. Those might be add-ons, but all of these other things, they just look like kind of desktop toys in bite-sized chibi format. And what's over here? What's over here? Yo, huge Miku. That's super duper cool. And homegirl standing on a record player. You guys know what records are? No? And over here, more of this line, the tiny miniature Mikus. Those are so cool, man. I love the effort that they really put into making these displays and stuff. Like, look, they got pictures hanging out over here. I love it, dude. You can really see they're about that, you know what I mean? They're not culture vultures. They're really about that life, about the franchise. And they do their homework, and they do the proper due diligence. And yeah, that's just absolutely gorgeous. Loving this. It's a crazy thing because I don't know anything about this, but like, just, it's so inviting. At least that's how I feel about it. It makes you want to learn more about it just because the sculpts and everything and the art style is just really nice. That's kind of creepy. Like somebody has a portrait of like somebody's face and hands and stuff like that, but nonetheless, very cool. Moving on, continuing with that type of style, we got more of the Evangelion here. Look at that nerve hanger. That's so cool. And then we got the 3 in the front. Very well done, man. I love that Misato though. Love me some Misato. And yeah, really cool stuff. Let me move on to the other section. All right, for all of you Blokees Wheels fans, check out this Batmobile. Wow, beautiful. Can't wait to get my hands on this. They got the tumbler over there and the different Batmobiles from the various movies that they've come out with. Very impressive. And speaking of Blokees Wheels, oof, look at that. The full display. They got the new stuff from Wave 2, the different configurations for Overlord. Down over here, yo, they got War Within Grimlock. Very nice. Is this supposed to be somebody? And then we got Springer over here in helicopter mode. That looks pretty sick. Springer in his car mode as well. Some of the variants. Prime with the trailer. And yeah, the other variants of Prime, the chase items. Very beautiful. And we got Roadbuster in different shades. And this is... I don't know what line this is from. Is this from Ultraman? Huh. I don't know. But more of their car stuff. And yeah, that just looks very nice. And this thing over here, what's going on over here? And you can see how that breaks down. Blokees Wheels. I'm gonna move on to the next section. Ooh, look at this. Look at that T-Rex. Wow. This is the large scale Jurassic World stuff. And look at that. The tail is super posable. And you can see the jowls. And I'm not sure if you can see this, but there's so much detail on the skin. That looks really nice. And over here we have the Stegosaurus with the baby Stego. That's super duper cool. That's very nice. And hold up one second. I think my microphone may not be recording. All right, my microphone's not really working that well, so I'm just gonna have to kind of yell. And so you can see that's the T-Rex with the what is it? That little ribbon, that banner from the first Jurassic Park when it says like the age of the dinosaurs or something. And these are cool. Some of these I've seen before. Some of these are new. That's pretty sick. The Spinosaurus, the Frillosaurus, the Dactyl, and the Dilophosaurus. Ooh, I like that gate. That's super cool. I hope they include that. And you can see the Mosasaurus, the Build-A-Figure Triceratops, the Build-A-Figure Brachiosaurus, Ankylosaurus. Yeah, I used to be into dinosaurs, so I know some of them. That one looks dope. I love the tiger stripes. And yeah, these all look like they're from the first wave. What else? They got some new stuff coming out over here. This is really interesting. They're kind of like these flat kind of card-like things, but it's like 2.5D, and so you can paint them up and stuff like that. And so that's a pretty cool example. And back there, yo, this looks like some ancient hieroglyph. That's super cool. I hope they sell this. So we got some more Kamen Rider stuff over here. That's pretty cool. Look at that. I don't follow the franchise, but I think it's well represented just because like all the other stuff that Blokees does is. But that looks pretty nice. Moving on over here, what is this? Is this more Ultraman? I think it's Ultraman. Yeah. Thing suspended all angel-like, kind of like looking like Circus du Soleil. Yo, this obelisk thing is nuts, dude, with the hieroglyphs. And then you got the cast down over here. That's pretty cool, man. Moving on. Sorry, they're serving dinner right now, and so I'm kind of like speeding up this process. We got more Kamen Rider, I think. That motorcycle looks sick. I mean, all of them do, actually. And I think this is their Galaxy version equivalent. Moving on. More Ultraman stuff. Yo, check out the effects over here on their hands. The laser looking thing. And that drill looking thing. I'm loving and digging all those like effects that they have. That's pretty nice. That is pretty nice. And you can kind of see me over there. What's up? And here we got Saint Seiya. I've seen some of these, but some of these are brand new. I'm digging the homie in orange because orange. And over here we got some pillars and stuff like that. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Pretty sick. I know Saint Seiya is really big in Latam. What do we got over here? More Naruto stuff. Yo, what's up with homie being eaten by the Venus flytrap? And yo, has he got mega arms? What is that? Sorry, I don't know enough about the series, but for those of you who are into this, maybe this is your jam. Maybe this is your thing. And oh, look at this. Look at this. They got the Quintessons. They got Prime on his deathbed. So maybe this will be like a Gray Prime or something. We got Trailbreaker, Rodimus Prime, Galvatron. We got Wreck-Gar. Wow, and Springer and RC we've seen in the most recent wave, and that looks pretty cool. But I can't record the next section, so we'll move on to the... So this, I believe, is part of their Herospire line, and this is a not new IP, this is a independent IP that they created on their own, and I think that looks really nice. It kind of leans into the mythos of like ancient Chinese mythology and stuff like that. We're almost at the end, so I appreciate y'all hanging with me. Here we have some more Kamen Rider stuff. Homie right there looks like he's out of Mad Max or something like that. And I think this is their Defender line, but it's quite large actually for a Defender series. What do we got over here? And I think this is more of the Herospire stuff, because those look like ancient mythology, heroes and things like that. That looks sick. Him riding that tiger thing, that's dope. That's dope. The carts, kind of reminding me of the one cart Optimus Prime. What do we got over here? Oh, this must be the Defender class for Ultraman. Those look pretty sick. Digging that glider and those vehicles over there. And then the very old school looking like enemies and mobs. And then you can see how the model kit is assembled. That looks really cool. And of course, we have Transformers, Mr. Bruticus. Down over here back there, look at that. You got Prime. Are they from Beast Wars Neo? You got Megatron over there. That looks pretty ill, dude. And more of them up here. That's really, really nice. And then we got Bruticus assembled over here, and of course, Mr. Devastator. Just a few more, and then we're done. We got Justice League in their chibi kind of like Defender modes. And this is from the Zack Snyder thing, because that's what's his name? Steppenwolf? Stephen Wolf? Something? Wolf of Wall Street? But yeah, they look pretty cool. They look really, really nice. And you can see how it comes together. But yo, what are they doing with Wonder Woman over there? And finally, to wrap it up, we got Astral Rally. This is another unique independent IP from Blokees, similar to their Herospire line. And this is really crazy because 3 vehicles combine into one thing, and that's super sick. And because I am a bot head, I'm looking forward to getting into this and seeing what we can do to mix and match with the Transformers. Oh, hey, but the lights have turned low. I think that's my sign to go. Thanks for hanging with me. I'll talk to y'all next time.